This man is Henry Wolff. 5 days a week, 270 times a year, he writes a newspaper column for the Victoria Advocate. For over 3 years, he's entertained readers with his informal, conversational style.
Column is, like I said before, it's a very personal thing. And it's completely different than other forms of journalism and journalistic writing. You've got to be up to a certain thing. You've got to feel involved at that moment in a particular idea. And sometimes I simply don't feel like writing, but I have to, you know. So I do my best on those days, and if I don't have anything to write, I lay awake a lot at night and think up something to write.
The task of writing a local daily column is so monumental that few newspapers still carry one. Henry Wolff replenishes his storehouse of ideas by getting out among the people.
Mainly, I just run in two stories. I try to make a lot of events and just stop somewhere and walk in and get to talking to someone. If you talk to someone long enough, eventually you'll get a story out of them. I kind of believe that everyone's a walking book, and so some people contact me and give me leads and that sort of thing, but a lot of them is just accidental meetings or people I run across. I try to just find the everyday man, and when he says something that's interesting, I pull out my notepad.
After high school in Ballinger near San Angelo, Henry lived in Abilene working as a journalist. In 1963, he and family moved to Victoria to accept a job as a reporter-photographer for the Victoria Advocate, covering everything from armadillo festivals to zoos. He changed with the times.
I think I was one of the first people over 30 in town to let my hair grow over my ears, which was kind of funny. I had no particular reason, except I read somewhere where a lot of the kids during that period were having trouble. I think Pecos was notorious for jailing anybody that came through with long hair, and various other little towns. So I thought, well, I'm going to let mine grow and see what happens. Well, quite frankly, nothing ever happened. People just ignored me.
His columns reflect his affection for the rural lifestyle.
And I enjoy very much being out in the smaller towns and out in the country, and I feel very much at home there. And I think those people really have a little bit of an edge on us city slickers who have virtually lost, a lot of the old ways. I'm not sure today if you gave me a live chicken and told me I had to have it for dinner, I'd probably have a terrible time before I got it on, in the oven. But they still know how to do all those things, and hopefully they will continue to pass them on to young people. I see this more and more out in the country, where young people are coming back to some of the old ways, and I see a lot of young people coming back to the small town and coming back to the old home place. Some of them still have to work elsewhere, to make a living, but I think there's a feeling in this country that some of the old basics that we kind of got away from are still worthy,
And so ends a look at Henry Wolff, a man who looks at us. Dennis Tardon, 19 Eyewitness News.